but also a member of Anak Bayan Portland, which is an overseas chapter of a Philippine-based organization made up of youth fighting for national democracy in the Philippines. And I'm here to express our unwavering solidarity and support for the just and righteous struggle of the Palestinian people and the Filipinos as well. We're also here to share in your rage at all the images and videos we've been seeing of the indiscriminate bombings of hospitals and families and children, churches, places of worship, escape routes, of lines of refugees out waiting to leave the borders, and to express our rage at the Zionist regime who is committing this genocide. Shame. And I want to talk a little bit about what international solidarity means, right? We started with that chant from Palestine to the Philippines, but what does it really mean to have solidarity from place to place? And I think really the important thing to start with is recognizing that the problems that I see in my homeland of the Philippines and those in Palestine is actually the same. And I think we've been talking a little bit about how these problems are interrelated, right? It could start with the Zionist regime and their butchers, the IDF, which are funded by US tax dollars. Something like $100 billion that Biden just approved to send over to the genocide against the Palestinians, right? We see the very same dynamic happening when the US sends military aid to the puppet regime Marcos, the dictator Marcos, and their butchers, the armed forces of the Philippines, who are brutally repressing the Filipino people in their just and righteous struggle. Yeah. Shame. When bombs are dropped on Gaza, when bombs are dropped in the countryside of the Philippines, they all bear the same name of Boeing. PSU cut ties with Boeing. So we can see our problems are interrelated. The bombs being dropped on us are the same. The money being given to the oppressive regimes in our countries are the same. And so we can really see that the victory of the Palestinian people is a victory for the Filipino people, is a victory for all oppressed people worldwide. And international solidarity doesn't just end from Palestine to the Philippines. We've been talking about how, this is an expression of international solidarity, no? How international solidarity has to extend into our lives, not just mobilizing, but organizing for these people's struggles, even though we're not in those countries. So I'm really here to encourage every single one of us today to really take up the call of international solidarity and join an organization, right? We've been seeing so much media and content of the horrors going on in Gaza and across the world at the hands of US imperialists and US war profiteers. But we also have to pay attention to the tidal wave of people's resistance rising up across the world, no? 300,000 in Washington, D.C., 50,000 in San Francisco, thousands in Portland, thousands across the US, millions in the Middle East, millions in Latin America. When we rise up as one in organizations that link arms, we will surely see the end of US imperialism. And so I'm here to encourage y'all today. There's been many organizations mentioned, right? We really want to prop up SUPER, Students United for Palestinian Equal Rights, on campus and defend their struggle. I want to prop up PCSU, which I'm a part of, the Progressive Campus Student Union. Right, where are my students at? If you're a student, raise your hand. Right? If you're not organized but just mobilizing, consider today your call. Can I get PCSU?